What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 598 interviews I've done in 5 years. Give this special guest from Georgia to Boston 617 a second to get on here, and we will start this Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest, I'm booking to the end of November. Inbox your girl with Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. I'll let you know the dates I do have available. All my interviews are $50. We are not just local, we are internationally. So wait for the special guest. This is her book, A Special Guest. If you don't know, go purchase this book based on a true story. Definitely. Angela Edwards. She even autographed mine. How you doing, Ruben? Peace, peace. We were just trying to get the guest on here. We're just having some technical difficulties, but she will be on here in a second. So this is her book, guys. She's about to be on the Iccy Show. Oh, here we go. I got it right now. I'm gonna accept it. Here we go. How you doing, Ruben? I hope you're having a blessed day on this Monday. It's a new week. New week, new dollar is that I call it. Here we go.
Hey!
How you doing, Angela Edwards? Welcome back to the Iccy Show.
Thank you. How are you, Jackie?
Good. Nice to have you back 1 year later. How's life been?
It's been fabulous. Fabulous.
Good. Congratulations. You're a new grandma, right? This past year?
Yes, we have a new girl added to the bunch. Thank you. Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, she's my son has now 2 boys and a girl. So he was trying to get that girl, he got her.
Oh, okay. So that I knew it was something new. So that was your first granddaughter.
No, she's the youngest one, but she's not the first.
Oh, okay.
She's just my son's. Yeah, she's my son's first.
Good.
So.
Good. So congratulations to your son and his wife, and congratulations to you and your family.
Thank you. And how are you? You're looking well.
Good. Take it day by day. You know, it's the month of October,
yes.
So we are very proud. I have your book in my hands. For people that don't know, right here. Yeah. And is it still on all platforms where they can purchase your book?
Yes, it is, and I also have copies available for autograph if people are interested.
I got mine.
I know you do. Thank you. Yep, that's me.
So the people that don't know of you, Angela, why don't you give a little brief about this book? She is a book author, and she survived. The bathroom was her savior, and let them know a little bit about your history so they can catch up on you.
I thank you. And again, thank you for having me on this lovely day and this Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Your platform has been an amazing blessing to me. I am, the bathroom was my dungeon. True Tales of Surviving True Tales of Surviving an Abusive Marriage is the name of the book. And I'm a domestic abuse survivor. I was married to an abusive man, and that book that that Jackie is displaying is the tale of my time in that relationship. I'm happy to say that I am a survivor. I have since become an advocate for survivors with the Battle Scar Free movement. You can find us online on Facebook at the Battle Scar Free movement. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And also on the web at bsfmovement.org. We are a nonprofit, and we advocate for victims and survivors of domestic violence. And what we do is, as they transition from being a victim to becoming a survivor, we provide some of the necessities, things that they need. You'd be surprised how appreciative they are for a toothbrush. Because when they're on the run, when they're trying to get away, when they're totally desperate and leave with nothing but the clothes on their back, and oftentimes the clothes on their back and their children on their shoulders, that the little things mean a lot. And we, again, we provide counseling services. We have a safe house here in Augusta, Georgia. Not me
Nice.
personally, but we are partnered with.
Oh, we just lost her. We're gonna get her right back. I'm gonna send you the invite. It might have been the where. Let's see. Angela, where'd you go? If you want to send it back to me saying you're not available, guys, we're gonna get her back on here. I'm telling you, it's a juicy month. October. There she's back on there. Let me send it back to her to get her back on. It says add in. It says accept it. Here we go. Back on.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. We got you back. So if you just want to revise what you just said a second ago, so the people that didn't when you got cut off.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened, but yes, we partnered with Safe Homes Augusta here in Georgia and for example, we took some of their people shopping this past Christmas and Thanksgiving last year. Again, people that are they have nothing, and the things that we take for granted a lot of times, victims and survivors need our support. So our organization comes in and we advocate for them and help them along on their healing journey.
Wow, that's amazing. How many females you think you helped during when you started this nonprofit?
Since we just started, we're a year old now,
Nice.
and yes,
Definitely.
yes, we just celebrated our year anniversary in the end of September.
Congratulations.
I would say, gosh, it's really hard to say. Roughly, gosh, I've never been asked that question. I say about around 10 women and families.
Wow. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and considering we're small, we're growing, but we're still small. So those 10 families, I will say families, because none of the women were just single, they were family women with children.
Right.
And we do help, if the need were to arise. We're not exclusive to women. It's just that the women have a larger audience when it comes to abuse. But if a man were to approach us and have that need, we would service them as well.
Awesome. Definitely. I love to hear that because I know that a lot of guys can't go into shelters if they're a single dad with kids because of the sexist
Yes,
situation. And that's sad because I think it should be equal. Everything should be equal, 50-50, no matter what it is.
absolutely.
Guys do get abused, females do get abused, and it's sad.
It is.
And it's like I see it on a rise, a big rise. What about yourself, Angela? Since you were a victim to now, do you think it has been on increase on a rise on the abuse?
Absolutely. The statistics remain startling. Um, you know, it we all want to say end the abuse, but as long as there are wicked people, the abuse will remain. All we can do as people, as fighters for the cause, is to raise the awareness such on shows such as yours. And
Thank you.
that's to let people know that we see you, there's help available, we're here. We're here, you're not
Right.
alone. So your platform again is absolutely amazing and I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate that definitely. Hearing that from you, and especially I'm a victim too.
Mhm.
So, you know, I got thrown out of a car. So it's like crazy because, you know, I was so young and dumb then, but I wish I got out faster, not let it go as long as I did. And anyone that is fighting right now, get out sooner the better. Um, and it's okay to get help. It's okay to get help. Look at Angela, look at myself. We're here. We're two victims of different situations, but we're still fighters, we're warriors, and you could
That's
be
right.
a survivor. You don't want to end up in a body bag, as I tell females or males, because you
Mhm.
know the aggression, you never know, it can flare up anytime. You never know what is on their mind. You don't know what their
That's right.
intention. and it's very important to get out as soon as possible. And
Yeah.
do you change the identity? Somebody wanted to stay anonymous to me, and they asked me if do you have access if someone was in a bad relationship right now and they needed to get a whole identity change. Can you help them with that?
Yes, we would provide the resources. Like our organization personally wouldn't do it, but we know where to direct them. So absolutely, and that I would recommend that. I mean, that's a large part of safety
Right.
is being able to get away and remain, yes, anonymous, or again, name change, whatever it takes to secure their safety. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So Queen, if you're watching, you just got your answer. She does have access to get you in that route.
The resource.
And so yeah, definitely reach out to her. I know she want to stay anonymous, so I'm gonna leave it respectfully.
Okay.
But I does reach out to you 100%.
Okay. Please do.
Yeah, definitely. And where is if they wanted to make a donation, where can they make that donation?
All donations are appreciated. One thing that I can proudly say is that 100% of the donations are sewn into the Battle Scar Free movement. We don't have any overhead. We are, again, a 501c3 nonprofit. Thank you. So if you see that logo floating around, that's our Battle Scar Free movement logo. Again, your donations are tax deductible. 100% of proceeds go towards helping the victims and survivors of domestic violence, and they can visit www.bsfmovement for Battle Scar Free Movement.org. There's a donation button right on the very first page. We also have an online store. You can buy t-shirts and mugs and all kinds of cute notebooks. We have all kinds of stuff there. The proceeds from those sales are also sewn into the movement itself. Gosh, and then we have an event coming up. It's not going to really apply to probably anyone watching, but I'm really excited about it. And that is Applebee's is hosting a dining to donate night for the Battle Scar Free movement on October 25th. So they're donating 15% of proceeds from sales that night, both dine-in and takeout, to the Battle Scar Free movement. And so I'm just very excited to partner with them. Yes.
Awesome, definitely. And is that all Applebee's, or is it the only one in Georgia?
It is the only one here locally in Grovetown, Georgia.
Okay.
Yes.
So anyone that is in that state, in that city, make sure you go show support. What date is that again, Angela?
It's October 25th. It's a Wednesday night from 5 to 9 p.m. dine-in and takeout at the Grovetown. There's only one Applebee's in Grovetown, Georgia, and that's the one where we'll be at.
Okay. Everybody, make sure you go purchase something. Go take a date that night out there. All that is awesome to have Applebee's backing you up from Georgia. What's the city again one more time?
Grovetown, Grov as in Victor E, Grovetown.
Grovetown. Everybody, go check it. Go in there, purchase something. That's a good thing. Especially October. October is the month. I always tell females or males that been in a abusive relationship, this month is yours. Celebrate it. 30 days, 31 days actually, because
Yes.
it's 31 days in October. And I always tell people, do it as a month of healing, as if you're a survivor. So treat yourself every day. If it's treating yourself to an ice cream one day.
Nice.
And I tell people, I said that's a mentally healing that I tell people that I know that's been through it. And I let them know that, because I said, you know what? 31 days is nothing compared to what could have happened to you if you didn't get out.
That's right.
So to celebrate why you are here, how did you get here, and make it about you. It's okay to be selfish that month about you. And
yes.
It's okay to have kids, but make it about
celebrate your life. Yes, celebrate life. Absolutely. Yes.
So, Angela, what have you been doing this past year? Any new
we're working on, there's a book that's releasing on Thursday, and it's a collaboration about kindness, God's fruit, and God's kindness fruit in particular.
Nice.
And we're marching our way through the 9 fruits of the Spirit. And so with that news collaboration that I'm compiling, again, that'll be released on Thursday, the 19th. I see my mother is on here. She's Marlo Scott, and she celebrates her anniversary on the day of our book's release. So happy anniversary to my mom. She's one of my biggest Hoorah supporters.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Thank you, Mom Marlo.
Yes, she said found Angela. Yes, we had to go in and out a second ago, but I'm glad you found her. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you for coming back in.
Yes.
So yes, lots of books. They can visit the website Pearly Gates Publishing and shop your heart's desire. We have one of our newest gentlemen who joined the company is Mr. Jimmy Merchant of Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, which is in 1950s doo-wop group, and he's writing a 2-book series on his experiences of the stardom to his becoming a Christian preacher now. So we're working diligently to get that book done. He's 83 years old, so just keep him in your prayers. At 83 years old, he got a lot going on, but he's doing it. He's doing it. And as well, I said that, writing and publishing is my passion, but by all means, the Battle Scar Free Movement and the book.
Definitely.
The book.
Yes.
I've been told time and again that the bathroom was my dungeon. The feedback is phenomenal. I thank everyone for the feedback and for people saying how much they didn't realize how is it that you keep smiling? I'm like, I'm always smiling. How did you smile after all that you've been through? And this is my testimony. And this is why I smile. It's a page turner. A lot of people read it in one sitting. It's an easy read. It's not little tiny letters.
Yes,
it's
I
nice.
love that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's easy on the eyes. And again, if I may I just read to your audience quickly the actual synopsis on the back of the book so they can get a feel for my story?
Yeah, definitely. I was just you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say, now you talk about the book, but you took it. I have a question. Is it okay if I put this permanently right here on my banner? That's what I wanted to ask you before I stuck it there.
Please do. I'll send you some more. You want to put? No.
Yes. I actually, because I have to shop, so I can pass them. Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I'll send you my address. You're welcome afterwards, and if anything you want, I ran out of ink on my pen.
Okay, more pens. Okay, got it. More pens.
Yes, I love to, show support, especially being a victim, and it's important. Other females or males that are going through it, we're here. We're survivors. We're warriors. Yeah. So, if we can do it, you definitely can do it, especially with the resources they have now. But when we were going through it, we didn't have the resources at all.
Have them. Nope.
I commend get your flowers from the Iccy Showw, Angela. 100%.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And let's get it. Let's hear about this.
All right, but I'm going to read again the synopsis from The Bathroom Was My Dungeon. And it says, can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. What have you endured in life that was so tragic you compartmentalized the event? Have you overcome to enable you to move forward into an existence of relative normalcy? The Bathroom Was My Dungeon is a true story that speaks of a time when abuse entered the author's life dramatically and tragically. When she met the man who would all but destroy her, she had no idea the depths she would go to keep her lover and herself alive. From being physically abused and fighting for her life to being pimped out for drugs to support her quote unquote love's crack cocaine addiction, she tells it all in this shocking account of living her life on an unfamiliar wild side. You will be appalled. You will feel her pain. You will be enraged. You may even laugh from time to time. You are encouraged to allow yourself to experience every emotion you encounter as you traverse many dark roads with the author on a perilous journey. Come to learn the decisions we make in life are ones for which we must take full responsibility. Even then, just when all hope is lost and we have no choice but to seek a way to be released from that toxic relationship or situation, look up. Who's waiting for us there with open arms? Our Father God in heaven. Healing awaits you on the other side of through. Freedom awaits you beyond the grips of the hellish life to which you are being subjected. Do you need proof you are worthy of better and that there are brighter days ahead? Escape the enveloping darkness of the enemy by reading this book.
Awesome. You, Angela. Definitely. You get the and I have a couple of questions. There's people that she said this is so deep. Deep. Yes, Queen, this is very deep. This is based on her life. And where can they purchase this again if you wanted to?
The easiest, the most common place to get it is Amazon, but there are other places. If you just search for the title online, Barnes and Noble has it. Oh gosh, I can't think of all the bookstores, but it is available online, Walmart, Target.com. So, but most people just grab it off of Amazon.
Yes, yes, definitely. I read this book. It took me 2 days, and I couldn't put it down because I couldn't believe it that you survived it. And
Yeah.
all that you went through, and you're here right now. Amen to that. Definitely,
Amen.
definitely. How long did you go through that?
Believe it or not, 1 whole year. And it was wow. It was one of those times when I was young. Well, what I would consider young. I was 25 years old when I married him. And on our 1 year anniversary, I was in court getting a restraining order on him for the rest of my life.
Wow.
So, um, yeah, it was really horrific, and I'm glad though that even then, like you said, we didn't have the resources to help us get out of the situation. It was just a matter of will to want to leave. But even then, the courts took the situation seriously. So when I approached them and I said, I need the court's help, I need him to stay away from me for the rest of my life, not just for a year, not just stay back 500 feet. No, I want this man away from me, out of my life. The court took me seriously and they granted me a lifetime protection order, which I still have to this day.
Now, did you have to change your identity?
I did not. I didn't have to go that far because what happened with him is he was a parolee, and when he got into trouble with the law, they ended up sending him back to jail for a time. So I was able to kind of get my life back in order while he was away, and by the time he got out, I was a totally different woman. Again, much stronger. I dared him to approach me, type of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, I know I didn't have to go to any of those extremes on again, only because of the matter of how, I guess, right on time God was to remove him completely and allow myself some time to heal.
What made you say, that's it? What's the final draw and I'm out of this? What made you go that route?
Well, they'll find out in the book because
Okay,
that,
okay. We'll leave it
yeah,
like that.
it is in, yeah, it is in the book of the night that he and I parted ways. It was pretty dramatic. The moment that I walked away and never looked back was definitely a significant time in my life, and it was the night that he tried to kill me. That's basically it. He literally tried to take my life that night, and that's when I said, okay, this is it, I'm done.
Wow. I'm very proud of you doing that. I know that you were probably scared too at the same time because 1 year
Absolutely.
going through that, the fear that they put inside us is,
Hmm.
sometimes very, how do you say it, emotional. Um,
Yes.
you're scared for your life. You're petrified.
Yeah.
And now, did your family know that you were being abused?
Not a clue. And I suspect, and my mother, again, she's on here, there was one time, oh God, okay, I never told anybody. In matter of fact, it was years, even after I had gotten out of the marriage itself, that before I finally said, okay, this is what happened to me. But there was one time when my then husband busted me upside the head. The battle scar free movement is a product of my battles
Yes.
with this man.
Yes.
And he left me with a scar. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of blended in with my eyebrow right here.
Well, that's a
But
thing.
yes, but that's my battle scar. And I had lied to my mother, defending the abuser, which is what victims often do. But I lied to her when she saw this big old bandage on my head, and I told her, "Oh, I cut my head on the ironing board." This is still, but that was a moment when I could have had the help had I just told the truth, but I didn't. So that's
Right.
what, my lesson to anyone listening who may be victimized is tell the truth. You're going to be believed.
Yes.
But yeah, so had I, no one didn't tell anybody, but I remember telling her I'd scratched my head on the ironing board and the ironing board cut me, and that was that. And she kind of looked at me like, mm-hmm.
Now, did your
So I said,
family ever have this suspicion of you being abused?
I really don't think so. I don't think anyone had a clue. I think the people who knew my husband, because he was a popular DJ in the area. Like he was a radio famous DJ. So a lot of people knew him and they knew his abusive ways long before he and I got together, but nobody ever told me.
Oh,
So they were likely like, look at this girl here. I know she's getting her behind whooped. Yeah. So I I wish I had somebody that recognized the signs or they were brave enough to tell me, look out. But I had no one. I had no one.
wow. And it stinks because you hid it for so long, and it's like, did you ever have nightmares now
Oh, not
from it?
now. No longer. No, when I tell you I am healed and I'm vocal, I'm very, very vocal about my journey. And I think that the power of my words are what allowed me to get over that hump. It's really a process, and everyone's process is different. Their timing is different. For me, it took almost a quarter of a century. It happened when I was 25 years old. I'm now 53. So I'm just really now coming to terms with the the reality of what I really went through, and the book was my breakthrough because I had to they say you have to relive the experience to tell the experience. So I did that. And I wrote this book. It's dated 2020. So just 3 years ago. So again, a quarter of a century from the time I was abused to the time I wrote this book. Um, I was dealing with a lot internally. But now you can't shut me up. I'm so happy to be on this interview.
That's awesome, definitely. Did you ever
Yes.
see to become a book author prior to you going through all this? Like when you were younger and when you were a little girl, did you ever say, "Oh, I want to write a book when I get older"? Have you ever thought of that?
Not in the grand scheme of things. I was always great with creative writing. I used to receive awards for my writings as far back as I can remember as the second grade. I actually received an award from my second grade teacher, Miss Jackson. So not in the grand scheme of things, but I love to write. I know that there's power in people's words. So when you hear people tell you to write affirmations or to journal your journey, there's a reason why, and it's not simply just to put stuff on paper and put it down and walk away from it. It's to go back and actually be able to reflect on what you've been through. And so, yeah, so if you do that, if you do a 30-day journal or a 21-day journal, a lot of people do those, or if you want to write daily affirmations, go back to them and reread them and re-encourage yourself and just keep that positive energy moving constantly.
Definitely,
Absolutely.
definitely. This book made me cry. It definitely did because you're a warrior. I can't believe you went through it for a year. Um, I didn't go through it for a year. I couldn't. I don't know how you did it for a year. I did it for 6 months and I couldn't do it anymore. And it
Yeah.
6 months hell, like I mean, it was
Now, what
unbelievable.
what was your breaking point?
My breaking point was when I got thrown out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
And he put the car in reverse to try to come back at me, and I rolled, and then I got out of the way, and then I ran screaming for help down the street.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Now it's funny.
I had to get a restraining
Yeah.
order. Um,
Yep.
and then he broke the restraining order. Um,
Typical.
and yeah, I was 17, so I was really
Mm-hmm.
young. I was under 18, and I was in my mom's house. He was stalking my mom's house, stalking my school, my job, you name it. And he slammed my head off the glass. I had a big concussion. I had a big like egg on my head. What else?
Wow.
His sisters, his mom seen him choking me out with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't do nothing about it. Nothing at all. Nothing.
Wow.
And the craziest thing is I bumped into someone last year, and they had a picture of him. And I'll never
Mm-hmm.
forget, no matter, I'm 45 now, and I was 17 at the time.
Okay.
I will never forget his face. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever, ever. And they were
Mm-hmm.
friends with him on their social media. And I seen him. And I said, "How do you know that person?" And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "How do you know?" And then,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm just friends." I said, "Be careful. Never go by yourself. Stay away. You're a female." I said, "He beats up females
Yeah.
and leaves them to death, to die." And he's got away with so much. I could have had him locked away for a long, long time. But I was young, and I was scared. I just wanted, all I cared about was to get away from him. And it took a while. I had to move out of my mom's house when I was 18
Mm-hmm.
to get away from him, to relocate, so
Yeah.
he could.
Yeah.
And back then they didn't have Google. They didn't have ways to find it out. If it was to find me now with a kid, I'm a grown adult. But I'm licensed to
Yeah.
carry.
Yeah.
License to carry goes a long way. So our protection. So, and that's the reason why I did get my license to carry, is due to the fact if anything ever happened to me again, I wouldn't tolerate it. I would be protecting myself and
Yourself.
my children.
Right.
You know.
Right. That's
So,
right. Right.
and
That's right. Well, listen, I love your survivor story, and it's ironic how yours ends with a car story. My story also ends with a car story. I don't know if you remember at the end of the book how he drove away and left
yes,
me.
yes. That's why
It
I
ends.
started crying, because I thought of me,
Yeah.
the car. And I was like, wow, that's why I'm like, I don't know how you did it for a year. I mean, every day I'm having bruises all over me. I would wear long sleeves to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Turtleneck.
turtlenecks. Yes, turtleneck. Yes, yes. And
Mm-hmm.
people would think I would have hickeys on my neck if it went up,
No.
but it wasn't.
Nope.
It wasn't. It
Nope.
was physically abused
Bru-
bruises on me.
Bruises. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. I can relate. I can relate. I
Yeah.
saw someone comment that she said, um, I'm sorry, I don't want to mispronounce her name. Is Hawkins said that she was in an abusive relationship for 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah. She that lady's very nice. Wow. 7 years.
Mm, that's what she
I,
said. And she had sunglasses. We had the cover the black eyes, sunglasses. Yeah.
oh
In
yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
Sunglasses in the house. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
It's crazy. You know what I would love to have, the next time I have you on the Iccy Show, I would love to have you every year on like 1 year of October. That's the month. But I would love to see you going on a tour, hitting the schools, reaching out to the young ones in middle school, because middle school is where it starts. And
mm,
and people think high school, but no, now it's middle school. These
the younger.
about it. These
Yeah.
kids are gangs at 10, 12 years old. They can be in an abusive relationship in middle school. And
Sad.
parent that knows your child is going through it, get them out of that relationship.
Yeah.
Sooner the better. Don't wait.
Yeah. Victimization is not cool. It's not cool. I mean, and as you said early on in the show, there's so much to pray for, and just add domestic violence victims and survivors to that list. There's enough going on in the world, but that's in everyday life. The statistics just remain startling, and I really don't think that they're capturing them all, because, for example, I never reported mine, so I was never a statistic. In part, I was never part of that number because I never reported to the police or anything like that. So there's so many unreported incidences of abuse that are not accounted for, but that people such as myself, um, we need to be counted, and the only way really to be counted and to be known is to tell it. And that's
Right.
where a lot of victims, that's where we pause. We actually pause because we want to protect our abuser for whatever godforsaken reason. Mine was, I love him. I don't want to see anything happen to him. I knew he was a parolee. I don't want to see him go to jail. I made up so many excuses as to why I never reported. I should have.
Right. I had a friend come to me about 2 months ago. About 2 months ago. She called me early in the morning, and she never calls me that early, so I knew something was wrong. So I answered the call. I'm in bed, and she goes, "I need your help." I said, "What's wrong?" She's like, "I'm coming. I'm pulling up." I said, "Okay, pull up." She gets there, and she has sunglasses on. I'm like, "You're in the house, girl. What's wrong with you?" And she
Hmm.
just starts crying. She goes, "I have a job interview today at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I got a black guy, and this side was a little messed up, but it wasn't a fully black guy." She goes, "I need your help putting makeup." I said, "Who did this? Who did this to you? Like, what the hell?
Hmm.
Not acceptable. What
Right.
is wrong with you letting this get this far? What happened?"
Right.
And she said, "You don't know the person. I'm never gonna see them again." I said, "Okay, but she's crying. I'm trying to put the makeup on. She got the job, and I'm not good at putting the makeup on. And I did it because I don't want to see her lose a job because of being abused, being a victim. So, I patched her up, as best as I could. And thank God I didn't think it, I thought you still could see it, but thank God you couldn't see it. And,
Good. Good.
yes, it stinks though, because, there's a lot of females out there, and, there's people having babies, you have daughters, granddaughters, and it's like cousins, nieces. How could you put your hands on a female? Think about this. How would you like someone putting their hands on your daughter?
Yours,
Nobody,
right?
right? And it's like, use that thought. If you ever think about hurting somebody, or a male gonna hurt a female gonna hurt a
Just
male, always put
stop.
that in your head.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Stop and think. Hmm. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
yes,
Stop and think about it. Oh,
definitely.
there's my book. Get my book.
I gotta keep putting this book up. Make sure you guys go purchase this book. It's on Amazon.
Amazon. Yeah.
You can find it Walmart. I looked it up. I did see it on Walmart.
Hmm.
So I know it's at Walmart. Like she said, you know, this is her book, and she does write books for other people. And you have great deals, Angela. You still
Thank you.
doing that?
Yes, I'm actually a Christian book publisher. I have two publishing houses, Pearly Gates Publishing and Redemption's Story Publishing. And the businesses do continue to grow. People do continue to use their voices. Um, if you are interested in writing your story, it does not have to be an abuse story. It could be anything. We do Christian fiction. We do, again, journaling, any autobiographical works. We publish a lot. We cookbooks. you know,
Yes,
um,
yes. You can still do mine. It just with my brother, with the all these deaths happening,
yeah,
I just got behind. But yes, I'm
yes,
still I'm starting my cooking show back up. So yes, you're still doing my
good.
cookbooks. Yes, yes.
Thank you. So yes, if you watch this show and you are interested in purchasing, excuse me, interested in publishing, you have awesome publishing packages. And if you mention the Iccy Show, I'll give you a 15% discount off of the package prices. So if you visit the website, Pearly Gates Publishing, at the Pearly Gates of Heaven,
I love
would be
it.
the best one to go to.
Yes.
And yeah, if you just mention the Iccy Show, I'll give you a 15% discount.
15%. Mention the Iccy Show. 15% off. What? That's a Christmas gift for you guys. Jump on that.
Yeah.
right here. Get her right now. I'm telling you, this is the woman right here.
Thank
And
you.
excuse me, you're very welcome. And also, like she said, I read books and my eyes go cross-eyed. Reading this book, I didn't need to use a magnifying glass. I didn't need to use
Right.
anything. I watched and I read just like this, and I read everything fine. And
It's
it's a
good.
great book. It's a nail biting. You're gonna want to not put it down. You're gonna want to keep reading it. And I think it was one. How many? 200? Oh, not even. There was. Because I know I read it in 2 days.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch
So
of filler pages, but it's roughly 100 pages.
yeah, so about 100 pages. And look, I'm telling you, this is a great book to give to your child if you think they're being abused,
Yes.
so they take action before it gets too late, like this
Yeah.
happened right here.
Yes. Yes.
Angela, what
Absolutely.
is the best advice you've been given during everything and your healing process and everything?
I always tell everybody, as I said earlier in the broadcast, use your words. Tell somebody, you will be believed. It's a lonely place to be in where you feel like nobody's going to believe me. Nobody's going to listen to me. There's nobody there for me. You don't know that until you actually reach out and have somebody reach back. You can reach out to the Battle Scar Free movement. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Jackie. You have people in your corner who want nothing but the best for you, and I'm one of those people. So yeah, you connect with me on Facebook, connect with me through the Battle Scar Free movement. I'd love to help you. I'd love to sit and talk with you. If you just need someone to listen, you need some advice, you need some advocacy, you need to have some resources to get out of your abusive situation, reach out to us. We are definitely available and want you to live your life. We don't want to have to give you your roses in
Yes.
your grave. So absolutely, my advice is just tell someone.
Yes. Definitely tell someone and make donations. They do accept donations. It's a nonprofit organization, but all the proceeds go to helping people that we are here.
Yes,
Queen
absolutely. Hi,
Des,
Desiree.
Des is the one that introduced me to Angela Edwards. Salute to you, Queen, definitely. And I see you on here, Miss Hawkins. I appreciate you, Queen, definitely. I'm glad you got out of that relationship. 7 years. You need to
Yeah.
talk to Angela Edwards. How to write a book on that. seven
Yes,
years.
ma'am.
I don't know how I did that. And Angela did the 1 year. You did seven. 7 years.
7.
Jesus. I don't know how you did that. 7 years.
I'd
You're a
love to
warrior.
talk with her. I would
Yeah.
love, Miss Hawkins, I would love to speak with you. Definitely. We have opportunities. You can write a blog for the Battle Scar Free Movement's website, or we can. That's 100% free. Just write your blog, or if you are interested in telling your story, again, 15% off if you want to publish a book through me. We'll talk about it. I'd love to talk with you.
Definitely. I hope that happens. She's a great lady. But I never knew that. I just learned something new about her by doing
Mm,
this. So, God bless you. I mean, 7 years. I'm puzzled on 7 years. I'm like,
yeah.
whoa. I don't know. Imagine I wonder what is the longest relationship someone has ever been abused that never got talked about.
Good
And anyone that's
question.
now that has been in a longer relationship than 7 years, hit up Angela Edwards. Talk to her. She said she would love to talk to you. So there you go.
Amen.
I
Amen.
made a connection. That's what I love about my show. When the connections happen, Queen Des introduced me to you, Angela Edwards, and then now you got Miss Hawkins and a beautiful
Yes.
team right there. So I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Maybe you guys, you queens can make something big. I would love to see this go. We are already internationally, but I would love to see this get bigger. I would love to see more people interact with it. I would love to see it, like I said, hitting the schools. We need to hit the middle schools. Angela Edwards, you are a queen. Um, how do I want to say this? Royal to me. You know why? Because what you've been through, and you're here to talk about it.
Amen.
So we need you to be a teacher to these young ones. Even
Amen.
talk to the teenager boys, because if they think they're gonna hit a girl and think they're gonna get away with it, I think by you going to the schools, well, you're a survivor, you're a warrior. by bringing this book and showing them, I really think that any schools tuning in, hit up Angela Edwards. We need to hit the schools because we can stop. We can prevent it,
Yeah.
by talking about it ahead of time before they hit the puberty stage, I would say.
Yes, raising awareness, absolutely, early. And you're right, it is, abuse is happening younger and younger. And because they see so much between the video games and media and their friends and home, there's just so much influential negativity around them. And so, yeah, I agree that younger and younger. And thank you for the idea and the suggestion. I definitely will follow up with that next year. Have
Yes,
a different update.
yes, yes, definitely. I hope so. And I hope to see you stick it everywhere. And I'm going to inbox you my address. I got you.
Please do.
I definitely,
Yes.
I've been waiting I was going to stick it and I was like, I know she won't mind, but let me just, her interview's coming up. And then I'm like, boom. I said the purple and it's going to look perfect right there. And
Right there.
I'm waiting for your interview to do that.
Oh, thank you, Jackie.
You're very welcome, Angela. Hi, Peace Slums. How you doing? Peace, peace, everybody on here tonight. Is there anything else you would like to bring up, Angela Edwards?
There is not. This has just been an awesome interview. I pray that something I said will help someone who's listening or will listen to the replay. Just use the power of your words. Use your voice. Somebody's going to be there to help you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And anyone that is scared to go anywhere, I'm telling you, you'll be in good hands with Angela Edwards right here.
Thank you.
Hit her up on Messenger. That one that want to stay confidential, hit her up. I told you to hit her up prior, but you wanted to hear it, and I didn't know the answer, so that's why I waited for this interview. So I'm praying to God that lady that want to stay confidential, she does hit you up. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed on that because I don't know her situation, but she did ask me that question, so I feel like it's a real sticky situation. But
Right.
I hope she reaches out to you. For her to ask that, you could feel someone's energy by just the question, and that's a deep question that I wouldn't even think of that about identity change.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And if there's anything I can help you with, Angela, with promotion or anything, please inbox me, message me.
Thank you.
Please, because I would love to. I'm gonna share your You're welcome. I want to share your where they can make the donation.
Okay. All right. Again, that is at the battlescarfreemovement.org, bsfmovement.org. The donation button is right there on the home page. It allows you to make recurring donations. I have one individual who's I think it's $35 monthly. I have another individual who's doing $100 monthly. It may be $5 monthly. So whatever your heart desires. It doesn't even have to be monthly. It could be a one-time donation. It is all tax deductible at the end of the day as well. So I would appreciate the support, especially as we're going into the holidays. This is really a rough time. From Thanksgiving to Christmas is when the greatest need seems to arise because there's so much stress in the household. So you have the victims that when they do finally break free between Thanksgiving and Christmas, when they break free, now they need somewhere to go. They need help. They need, they want to provide for their children and they want to give them a nice little Christmas. It doesn't have to be an immaculate Christmas, just something for Christmas, trying to maintain a sense of normalcy in the midst of what they're going through. So every donation, every single dollar goes to helping the victims and survivors of domestic violence and abuse.
Definitely. So she does have merchandise for sale, t-shirts. What's on that website, Angela?
T-shirts, there's t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, like we get personalized things. There's all kinds of stuff. It's largely t-shirts because people love to read. They're like, if you're wearing a shirt that says something like, "What's your shirt say?" So there are a lot of t-shirts on there, but
I got mine.
There's a wide variety. Yeah. I forgot to wear mine because I'm wearing my pink for breast cancer awareness today. But I do have a Battle Scar Free Movement, like the logo you're showing there. I actually had that on a shirt. So that's
I wore purple. I wore the purple. I got the purple in there.
I saw the purple. Yeah, I saw the purple.
Hey, for October for breast cancer awareness. My cousin just beat breast cancer. This is
Oh,
her first month. I'm so happy, Donna. Congratulations.
yes.
You know, that's my godson's mom, and when I got that, when she told me, I was so proud. And you know, it stinks because I know I went through it. You know, like a lot of people go through it, and you don't know what you're going through. So, you know,
Mm,
God bless anyone that's, you know, a survivor of breast cancer, or if you're going through it, don't give up. You're
yes.
gonna beat it. Just stay the positive, keep positive people around you. Your mind
Yep.
will be all right, and you'll be all right. And
Yeah.
also, anyone that's going through an abusive relationship, get out. It's okay. If it's a guy or a male getting abused, get out. It's okay.
Amen.
Anyone who wants to make a donation, make a donation. This is going to go to a good cause. All proceeds go to the movement of the female or the male that is being
Transition. Hmm.
yes, and families, you know. So last year, I kept sharing it. So anyone, October is the month. Please make a donation. It goes to a
Thank
good
you.
cause and it's tax free.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, Angela Edwards, is there anything else you would like to bring up that we didn't bring up?
I think we are A-okay now. We're all filled. We're all filled up now.
Okay. So I hope to have you 1 year from now on the Iccy Show. And you
Yes.
know, keep on going, Angela. God
Yes.
bless you. Many more years to come with joyness and
Th-
happiness. And you know,
Thank
you
you.
get your flowers from the Iccy Show. You're very welcome, and I appreciate you. Salute to you. Salute, Queen. Salute, JC. Everybody tuning in. Salute. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Share this.
Yeah.
You know, this is a major interview with this queen right here. She survived. One, go check it out. Go purchase it. Definitely go purchase it. I read it in 2 days. It's well worth it. It's based on a true event. This is the lady that is the survivor right here of it, you know, and also this is her foundation. Go make a donation.
Thank
Foundation
you.
donation. I appreciate
Thank you, everyone.
God bless Angela Edwards.
Blessings to
Much love from
you.
I still to you, Queen, and keep on fighting. You are a survivor, and God bless. I love what you're doing. Much love and
Thank
respect.
you.
Breathe the tears. Let's go. 2024 is right around the corner, and also make prayers for pray for our world, guys. We need more peace, more love around our world. We are the
Amen.
ones to make that change. I believe it. You know, all that negative, we got to put that aside. Anyone that has hate towards someone, put that aside. We need more love. We need peace.
And
You know, so many people dying, innocent people and children. We need to make peace and pray every day, please, guys, for positive.
amen.
God bless. I appreciate everyone. Much love and respect.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for having me, Jackie. Bye.
Bye, Angela. I appreciate you. God bless.
Blessings to you.
Thank you.